Hey guys, Jarek and Mookie here, going to be doing some more Halo 2. This time we're just doing some Team Slayer on Sanctuary. This was not Team BRs, this was just straight up Team Slayer.
Now, I will say I'm kind of a fan of this map. I know you're not too big on it, but something about it just strikes me good.
I have always hated this map because it has turned into sniping for days. Too many snipers spawn in this level. Too often.
Yes. It's definitely a sniper's map, for sure.
I feel like it's misleading because it looks like this map totally has ways you can approach, but they're not easy at all. So
They're not.
I started this game pretty good.
Yeah, thanks for that assist there. I think I got
snipe.
wrecked.
I started this game pretty good, and then after that I was slowed down a little bit, so good enough to upload, not really that impressive.
This was like at the point where I just kind of have gotten so tired that I was not playing well. Nice trip. Holy crap.
This is what I'm talking about with this map. It's sniping for days and nothing more. Especially if it's not Team BRs, because they can't even do anything.
Yeah. Like, this game, SMG starts, you know, it has its place. This map is not that place.
Definitely not. Same kind of this. Actually, I don't really feel like there's a whole lot of maps, and that was a headshot. That totally should have killed him.
Halo 2's friggin' shot red.
So, I'm trying to think of any maps that are even good for SMG spawns. I know Wizard is great for SMG spawns. It's actually better than BR spawns, to be honest.
I feel like it would be better if the BR didn't spawn on the map at all, because
yes, I can
if
agree
the other
with
team
that.
starts controlling the BR's Wizard becomes just fucking ridiculous, because you can't do anything.
Yeah, it's the spawning. There's only a certain amount of places you can actually spawn on that level.
Yeah. And it's so predictable, and if they've got BRs and they've got map control, then you're screwed.
So I've noticed it looked like my recording software messed up a little bit. It still is not like an absolutely terrible recording, but and I got that kill with that grenade I threw. Cool. I feel like the recording isn't terrible, but occasionally you might see it glitch out. So just so you know, I know it's there. It wasn't a rendering issue. It was an actual recording issue, and I can't go back and record it in theater mode because Halo 2.
Yep.
It would be cool if they added theater mode in Halo 2, but given all the issues this game already had,
Can't really add on to something that's broken. You gotta fix the broken things first.
I feel like broken is really the word I would use to describe Halo 2. It
Yes.
was one of those broken lovable games that everyone loved, despite the fact that it's like Rainbow Six Vegas 2. That game is so buggy and unpolished, but it's so amazing. I cannot express how much I love that game. That is definitely one of my favorite games. It's like Halo 1, Fear Combat, Rainbow Six Vegas. Those are like my favorite multiplayer games. And I'm probably missing a few, but I don't know, I put so many hours into those games. And there's only a few amount of games that I actually like go to tournaments for. Vegas 2 was one of them. At one point won a tournament for that. Fear Combat wasn't really big enough to have tournaments being that active. And Super Smash Bros. Melee is the only one. The other one I really go to tournaments for, and I still do because that's still incredibly active. For that matter, actually, there's a bi-weekly happening this Sunday. Actually, I'll be going to.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, it's bigger up there in Seattle than it is down here in Portland. Unfortunately, the frustrating thing about living in Portland with the Melee community is that it gets so overshadowed by California and Washington. Like, Oregon players typically don't get much attention.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. It's a good thing you have such a badass basketball team, though.
I can't really say the same about Seattle. And now I'm sad. It still makes me mad that the Sonics are gone. Like, that was the team that Portland absolutely hated, but if anyone else started talking shit about the team, you'd defend them.
Of course.
It's such a love-hate relationship between Portland and Seattle. It's like that older brother that you always fought with, but now he joined the military and you haven't seen him in years.
And you're like, damn. Where's
It's
my
like,
older
damn,
brother?
I look forward to the day I can come back and hate you. That is how Portland feels. Like, I look forward to where I can hate Seattle again. Like, I miss the Sonics so much. And the meleeing. The meleeing Halo 2 is so not... Bleh. It misses half the time. You get the lunge, and then the melee doesn't connect.
So what's interesting about Halo 2 is, as broken as it had a huge competitive scene. Like, this was the game when you thought of competitive gaming back in the day. Like,
I feel like the exploits only compounded that and made it worse, and on top of that, I feel like it only was that way because Halo 1 didn't have Xbox Live.
yeah, it seems like
If Halo 1 had Xbox Live, it would have been the game, the competitive game.
Absolutely, and it would have been, in my opinion, like a lot freaking better. I feel like Halo 2 would have been a little bit overshadowed by H1 because, honestly,
Halo 1 is so much better for a competitive game.
Yeah,
it's
really
more polished. It's in general, it just does more you can really do. It doesn't feel as broken.
It was kind of broken. The backpack reloading kind of made things a little bit.
But I feel like there was something you could always do. It should also be something that's more entertaining to watch. Because even when the other team has map control and power weapons, you can still do something. Like, you can still fight back because you have the pistol, and even though they have a rocket launcher that spawns pretty frequently, or a sniper that is kind of overpowered, I have a pistol sniper. If you're across the map, I still can kill you with my pistol sniper.
Best gun ever in any game, in my opinion.
I can't even argue with that. I really can't. If I had to go to... God, man, that's a tough question. If I had to go with favorite weapon in any video game, I would probably put it to that weird skeleton laser thing in Fear 1. You have a gun that's indefinitely accurate and turns people into skeletons. How is that not the most amazing thing in the world?
For me, I would say the Halo 1 pistol is definitely top tier for me as far as favorite weapons go. A close second being the shock rifle from Unreal Tournament, just because if you master that thing, you can be so versatile with it, and it's flashy, and you can do so many tricks with it.
See, I typically like weapons that are more gimmicky and goofy.
Yeah.
Rather than... Like, I like weapons that are useful. I mean, that's one of the reasons I like the Halo 1 pistol so much. But... laser gun turns people into fucking skeletons. That is amazing. So like, good. Those are the weapons that, like... the weapons that make you giggle like an idiot. Those are the weapons typically I love. I mean, I miss games that had that, like, creative spark to them that did those goofy things. Like, you don't really see those anymore.
Unfortunately.
And it makes me sad. I loved Fear because it had that... It looked realistic, but it was so cartoony.
Like, honestly, I'd say late 90s, early 2000s is when gaming was just in that
transition between,
of, like not taking itself too seriously.
It was that transition between, like, arena shooters to just full arcade shooters that sparked great and terrible things at the same time. Like, Fear being one of those games where we're gonna look realistic, yet you can bicycle kick someone in the face. But then you get Call of Duty where we're going to look and try to be super Hollywood, and this is a straight up arcade shooter. Yeah. So, I mean, good and bad came out of that.
Battlefield 3, though.
I think you mean Bad Company 2. Anyway, there's been some more Halo 1, or Halo 2. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and we'll see you later.